This is Molly-chan, and welcome to the podcast. With me, I have Sapphire, and we will be talking about the suicide and how to deal with it.
Hello. So would you like me to start on the research of both of us? Okay, so sorry, just had to mute you for a second. Right. So both Molly and I, we both take antidepressants. I take an antidepressant called Lovan, which is a fluoxetine, which is an SSRI, or selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, and is from the same drug as Prozac. So the side effects of my drug, Lovan, includes a lowered sex drive, so a decrease in sexual desire, and it also includes insomnia, unusual dreams, apparently sweating and changes in vision, and most of those side effects your body will sort of you'll get used to it. That's me though. I don't recommend taking this drug. So any of the drugs that we mention, I don't recommend taking them at all unless under the supervision of a doctor. I've got to note that. Now, SSRIs, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, are a class of drugs, usually in antidepressants. And now I'm going to move on to Molly's drug, Zoloft, which is made up of sertraline. Zoloft is a brand name medicine, I'm guessing. And sertraline also includes a decrease in sexual desire and the inability to reproduce, apparently. But that's no problem for Molly. It also includes, apparently, it includes hyperactivity and hyperactivity, for example, inability to sit still, increase in body movements, increased sweating, thirst, and then again, it also causes a lack of energy. Loss of bladder control, mood or behavioral changes, so mood swings, and muscle spasms. It can also include overactive reflexes, red or purple spots on the skin, shivering a lot, which is included in hyperactivity, and blackouts. But of course, she is under the supervision of a doctor and a therapist as well. I'm going to unmute you now, Molly. No, I'm going to unmute you. Thank you very much. Back to you, Molly.
There we go. Yeah. Why I'm doing this, guys, is so, if you feel like you need to, you feel alone in the world, and you feel like you need to, kill yourself, that's not the answer. That's not the way to go.
I've had suicide. May I speak?
Yeah, go.
Thanks. I've had suicidal thoughts myself, hence the fact that I'm on the drug Lovan, under the recommendation of a doctor, of course. It has definitely helped, and I also used to take the drug Ritalin, which helped me focus, particularly in school. But that seems to be having a negative effect on me and is counteracting the low van and making me extra depressed, which I find very confusing, and it confuses my doctor as well. But every time I take my Ritalin drug for what recently happened NAPLAN test in Australia, the NAPLAN test, and I was supposed to take Ritalin, but we did a practice test and it didn't work out at all. I was really depressed that day and felt absolutely terrible about myself, which probably helps in this discussion. Recent suicidal thoughts would help in this discussion because, yeah. Back to you.
And if you do think of suicide and you do commit it, what would you think of what your family... You would be leaving your family behind and they would be crying. And my friend recently passed away when they were left alone at home and they overdosed themselves, and they basically passed away 2 days ago. So yeah, the family is taking it hard right now. So I would recommend not to do suicide, even if you think it's the right choice at the right time.
There are many suicide helplines which you can call if you do have suicidal thoughts, which I highly recommend because they can quite easily talk you out of it. The only thing that caused me to get out of suicide, as a matter of fact, was My Little Pony. Believe it or not, My Little Pony was the main reason why I didn't end up killing myself. Basically, is it okay if I go in depth with my experience?
Go ahead.
Thanks. So, I've last year, I believe, yes, last year, I had a very bad experience. Just like everyone, I was bullied at school. We all get bullied by someone, don't we? Now, I was particularly bullied by everyone apart from my friends. I had actually found out that everyone in the school, apart from my friends, bully me. They didn't generally like me. Then is probably a better way to put it. There was, of course, the 12th graders and 11th graders, and basically everyone while I was in year 8, everyone up to year 9 absolutely hated me. Apart from my friends, I had a very small friend group, and we would stick together sometimes at lunch. We would hang out during class, and it was a make-do sort of thing. It was better than nothing. And eventually, my friends decided that they had had enough of me. It turned out that my friends were not actually my friends. Now, we always hung out, and we played video games together. We went to each other's houses, but it turned out that I was pretty much the runt of the litter. My friends didn't actually think much of me and had been plotting against me for quite some time, trying to get me out of school. Now, this was quite bad because they eventually were able to get me expelled by framing me. This is probably as far as I go because I don't like talking about this sort of stuff, but because my parents were quite upset, things changed. So before the incident, my parents and I had an amazing relationship. Every day I'd come home, make 2 cups of tea, one for me, one for my mum. We would have a chat. I would hug her a lot. But then after the incident, we haven't exactly been getting along at all. It was definitely had a long-term effect on my life, and I've got to say it's probably not the worst. Honestly, some of the suicide stories I've heard are much worse than that, but this thing really has gotten me down. My Lovan has definitely dramatically affected the way I've sort of reacted to this situation, and it's pretty much changed me, really. It's helped a lot. Right, what next? Sorry. Yeah, that'll be it for me. Yeah.
Yeah, but never think of suicide as your go-to cause. Always think of the possibilities. You have friends, you can always go to a counselor, you can, go to a hotline for help. There's always something to do. There's always medicine that you can take, but only when you have doctors to approve it. So always do that first to get medicine approved. Like I said, my friend overdosed herself. That's how she did suicide.
Usually you can't get these sorts of medicine without a prescription, and the prescription has to come from a doctor. I don't suggest clinic doctors, at the public health terminal or whatever it's called, because they can often be quite dodgy. And I've seen some of the things that people have experienced with that. For example, experiencing more of the side effects. For example, increased thirst and increased sweating, sleeplessness, stuff like that, because the doctor sort of had a short list of different drugs to take, and I recommend professionals. For example, my doctor, we pay a few hundred for every session that we visit, and he sort of has given me quite a few drugs in the past. For example, Ritalin, Lovan. He gave me different types of Ritalin as well. We tested those out, and came to a conclusion with one of the types of Ritalin LA. And yeah.
Yeah, so so never use suicide, because they will always get you killed and always leave your family behind, and they will always make them sad. And what would you think of yourself when you use it as your go-to card?
Yeah, for example, my parents don't like me, but my sisters adore me. Sorry. My parents don't like me, but my sisters really do look up to me, as well as my dog. Not really my dog, She's my adopted sister, I would say. Her name's Sophie, and I've got to say, she is one of the biggest things in my life, my dog. So I think pets are definitely a good way to get out of um, depressed thoughts and things like that, because uh, pets can't insult you. Um, Cats are good for people who just don't want to feel really alone in the house. But if you want to be comforted by someone who really does care, then dogs are definitely your answer. Many people have actually. Let me search it up on the internet for a second. You can keep talking, Molly, about pets, perhaps.
Welcome, Sugar.
Hi there.
Do you want to say anything with the viewers?
I just want to make sure that everybody's okay and just offer another ear or something that, if you need some advice or if whatever anybody needs. This is a subject that's really kind of
Sensitive.
important to me, because I've had a lot of people do this in my lifetime. And I worked in an industry that caused a lot of people pain. I worked as a paramedic or on a paramedic ambulance. And a lot of my coworkers couldn't take the stress and did this. And I'm wondering, is it you, young man? What is your name? Or you can give me a name.
Richard Schreurs.
Richard, my name is Sugar. I was listening to you out there, and I really feel you're really brave to talk about this. And I'm really glad that you did this. And, it sounds like you've been through quite a bit, and it sounds like a lot of it is really painful. And I'm really, really sorry that you're having to go through this. But what I can tell you, I'm 50 years old. I've got 2 children that I raised, and I have a brand new little baby granddaughter. And I've not always had the best time in my life. It's been hard. I went through a lot of stuff when I was young. But I can tell you what you're feeling right now is going to change. It's going to really change. It's going to be many, many different things. I can't tell you that it will never be like this again, but it gets better. This is a hard part because your age and you're very mature for your age, and that's even harder because other people around you are not at the same level you are emotionally. And that's rough because they're doing things like they did to you, and that's not right. But it did happen. The bad part is a lot of people don't ever grow up. So this behavior doesn't always stop. But the good news is, as we get older, we have a wider variety of people that we can choose from. You know what I mean? And for that, we're able to pick and choose the people that prove their friendship to us. And that doesn't mean that they're not ever going to let you down. People will let you down, but you're important. You're very, very important. And I hope that you don't choose to make this decision.
That's why I chose this topic, to help people with this.
Thank you very much, Sugar.
Go ahead.
That really does boost my confidence.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I hope that some of the other people out there listen to your advice. I've already found some new friends. Like I said, that was last year. I've already found some amazing new friends. For example, Molly here, who I can relate to a lot. And I've also got about 10 other really good friends. A kid named Yan, Gabriel, Aaron, Jennifer, and a lot of other people. I've got to say, my online experience has definitely been much better than school, because I can choose the people that I want to talk to.
Yeah.
So if there's anyone that wants to pick on me, all I have to do is block them. However, if I've seen some other people, if they don't block people that are picking on them and they just try to retaliate, it's probably not the best way to handle it.
Yeah.
I know people will say it a lot, that just block them, and I've experienced it too, where you think it's injustice, isn't it? Where someone is picking on you for an opinion you have. You'll think that it's unjustified, is that the word?
Probably. I don't know
Yeah.
all
And yeah, and you'll get the temptation to fix it. But the only problem with that is that the other person has nothing to stop them. Because we're online, we've got these masks, and you can do anything.
I know.
So,
You know,
yeah.
yesterday I got bullied by a couple boys that were in a hangout that I was in, and it was going really well. And I belong to a group that discusses theology and religion, and there's atheists and Christians and every denomination pretty much that you can imagine. So you know that's a hot topic, and they all like to talk. Well, some of the hangouts are just world issues, politics, stuff like that. And I take not a passive role, but my feeling is that we should probably all get along and learn to respect each other's needs, right? And you don't see that anymore, especially where I live in the United States. We have freedom of religion, yet people don't really do it. So it's kind of been my decision that I was going to try and get that going, right? So I came in there with kind of a kind heart, and we're having a discussion, and boy, two of them that decided that they were going to just spin it all around and get me upset, and by the end of it I was crying my eyes out, and it didn't feel really good at all, and I didn't want to come back. I didn't want to come back at all. And an hour later I made sure I brushed myself off and redid my makeup, and I came back out, and I promised myself that I would never let anybody talk to me like that before, and normally I don't, but I was trying to put forward what I wanted to see from other people. But sometimes you just have to tell people off once in a while, because sometimes when they overstep a boundary with malice, you know, people can offend you accidentally and all that stuff. But standing up for yourself and saying, you know what, buddy, blah, 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 and you won't treat me like that again. Now, I haven't blocked these guys yet, because I'm going to give them the opportunity to do the right thing. But that's just the one time, you know, because I believe that people deserve a chance.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I'm a Christian, yeah.
Well, and you know, and to me, I think that should go for everybody. That yeah, I just think compassion is it, because what would I be? Where would my credibility be if I was just angry, you know, in response and didn't give anybody a chance? People make mistakes, you know, they can change. But if we don't give them that chance, then we show them that we're hard and, you know, uncaring, and then they go on and be hard, and so on and so forth. And so I'm so proud of you. I hope that you will add me to that list of friends. And, you know, I just wanted to make sure that you were okay. It kind of scared me.
Well, I can assure you I am okay now. Partially because of Lovan and mostly because of the new friends I made. And you are definitely going to be added to that list of friends.
Good, good. Well,
Thank
I was
you
just
very
on. You're very welcome. I was just on my way to bed, and I happened to stop by, and there you were. So have a great night. And if you ever need anything at all, if you're ever anything, you just write me, or you know, and let me know, and I'll be there. Okay. You too, Molly. It's Molly, right?
Yeah.
You too, honey. If you need anything, you just let me know, okay?
I do have a story of why I take my meds, why I do.
Sure.
And that's because 3 years ago my grandma got murdered.
Oh.
Yeah, she got murdered by the guy who gave her assault. This is gonna be a long story. I hope you don't by sticking around.
I got a little while.
Okay.
I got plenty of time.
Yeah, I know you do, Sapphire.
Mm.
Okay, it started out by, the ordinary day, him giving her salt. And he came inside and he basically said he gave a sappy story about his wife being dead, and he had to basically take care of his kids all alone. And he asked my grandma for, money to, get on his feet.
Yeah.
So, of course he would, because she's an awesome, grandma, and she's an, kind-hearted person. She gives him $200, and he goes to the casino. He gets drunk. He goes back to her house, and he asks her to give her more. And when she says no to this, because this is when he was supposed to pay her back,
Right.
he basically ties her up, asks for her debit card number and everything, and then he puts duct tape over her mouth and over her nose so she couldn't breathe. And she died in her own home. Like that.
Really?
And then it's not over yet. And
Okay.
then he went over to a lake and threw her body in there. And he basically, went away. Someone actually found her body and looked through her, since he was new at, being a murderer, he didn't take her wallet or nothing. So the guy who found her took her wallet, called the police. The guy who took her money and debit card got her money out of the bank. It was daytime, so it was stupid because, those, how does, crap, cameras all everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's stupid because there was cameras everywhere. He was in the daylight, and they found him 5 days after. He went to jail, and now he doesn't get no parole. He's in jail for life, and I'm still shaken up by it. That's why I'm taking this medicine. 'Cause sometimes I do feel like I do wanna do it, but I don't. But I know I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
But recently I did have voices in my head saying, you don't deserve to be in the world. That's only because I had more in my box than more medicine before. And when I took that medicine out, the voices stopped, so that's fine now, but I'm still shaken up by the free,
Yeah. You know, that that is so hard to have to hear. I can only imagine how hard it is for you to have to live with that and feel that. And I can't tell you. It was the fact that you trust me to tell me that and to tell it is Richard, yeah? Richard? Yeah, sorry. To tell us that's really brave. And again, I'm sorry that you've had to go through this. You two have been through so much between the two of you. But you know, I know there's a lot of people who've been in your situation, and while it's not easy, you know, I know this is one of those situations that you can get through as well. And you may never ever forget this, but there are ways to learn to manage it, you know, to live with it. And it might take a while, but you know, your grandmother didn't get a chance to finish her life, so I've always thought that we can do those things for people, because I saw lots of people that the same thing happened as your grandmother, and now that I don't work anymore, I think about, I'm going to live the rest of my life kind of in honor of the people that didn't get a chance to. So
My
I'm
grandmother was pretty young.
I bet. So
She was
we can
lost.
do that. We can do that together. All of us can continue to live on, and we can do that in honor of them. You know, because they loved living, and they loved this life, and unfortunately somebody decided that that was, I guess, I don't know why they do what they do, but it's wrong, and we all know that. So, and we can't give up. We have to do what we have to do. We'll go through our grief, and it's okay to feel pain. It won't hurt you. And if you have voices in your head, don't forget they're your head. And if they talk to you, well, maybe you can tell them to go away. And they don't always go away, but don't forget that it's your head. You know, I did hear about a lady that they tried a new treatment with that, and that was one of the things they taught her about. Was she actually has a TED Talk on YouTube, and she suffered from schizophrenia, and she's quite together today because of that new type of therapy, and that's very encouraging. I think, I don't know that it works for everyone, but I think it's good to keep a positive attitude about it and see. But it's hard. It's hard to have to live with that. But your life is precious too, you know. And well, we can't change that. What happened to your grandmother? We can work hard on, you know, giving you the best life you can have, or you giving you the best life you can.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I'm
I know it doesn't make it better, but
And my great great aunt passed away. Not too. She passed away not too. Not like 3 years ago. Not like my grandma, but she like recently.
yeah. Yeah, I had a friend that just passed away about last month, and he was very sick. It was hard because he was on Facebook with us, and I'd had, honestly, I'd had enough with everybody dying. It does get hard sometimes, and you know, it's something that as humans, the older we get, sometimes the more people pass away. It is life, right?
I know.
We know that, and unfortunately, what you've dealt with is not part of regular life, at least not that we know, or not that we're supposed to have. So we have to remember that this kind of stuff will happen and will continue to happen, and that we will constantly find ways to cope. And one of those ways, I think, from what I hear and what I've practiced, is helping others. Helps us to get through grief.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's like stages of grief that everybody goes through, and they've determined that everybody goes through the shock of it, denial, bargaining, you know, anger, all of these things, and it's a specific list that you go through, and if you don't finish each step, you can get stuck. You know, have you ever seen people that are really angry, or, you know, they may have gotten stuck on a step and they didn't keep going, You got to finish all the steps. And it, like I said, it doesn't take it all away, but it does teach you how to go through your grief and feel it, because you're allowed to feel everything, and those things are quite important.
I'm still mad at the guy, though.
I know. And you have every right to be mad, but as you think about these things, think about how that anger helps you. Do you think it helps you?
I think so, yeah.
You do? Okay, well, how does it help?
I don't know, I just really, it helps me when I bowl, because
Yeah.
I think the pins on his head, and I just, sorry, but...
No, it's good. You can laugh at that because it's yours. It's your thought. It's your emotion. And if you feel that it's humorous at that moment, that's okay. Sometimes a laugh is just what you need.
I know the guy's name too. I know
I
the
bet.
guy who murdered her.
Yeah.
I know his name. I don't know the guy personally, but I know his name.
I wouldn't suggest sharing his name on the internet, though.
Oh yeah. Let's not do that.
I'm not gonna.
So with your belief system, your belief in you said you're a Christian, yeah?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so that can help you as well. I mean, I think that every time you feel weak or you feel angry, God makes you promises about turning pain over to Him. And I believe your God is a very, very good God.
Yeah.
And I think that He would do everything for you to help take that pain away, or at least help with it. Nothing may ever take that pain away. I can't make you that promise, so I don't want you to misunderstand me. But
no, I'm not.
You know what I mean? I think
know what you mean, Soga.
I just we all have tools,
Yeah.
and they don't always work, but they're good to have. And sometimes you get new tools, and sometimes you throw tools away. Hey there! Oh, look at how beautiful you are.
Yeah, I know I showed my face.
I know. I show my face around here a lot, and a lot of people don't. And
I
don't
do,
know.
but on occasion.
Yeah. I live in California, and I'm assuming that you live in Australia, young man. Yeah? Yeah. You live on the Sydney side or the other side?
On the Sydney side, yeah, the east. Down below, Victoria, I live in.
You're in Victoria. Yeah. One of my very good friends lives in Sydney, and I got to visit there. It's very nice. Sweetheart, where do you live?
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. That's where my grandparents were married.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when my grandparents both came here to this country, my grandmother came from Italy and came in through New York and then went to Michigan, and then my grandfather came from Mexico and he came up and went to Michigan. I don't think there were a lot of Mexicans in Michigan in the 20s. That was an amazing thing to have him all the way up there.
The thing is, I was born in Kentucky.
Yeah? And you sailed from the south all the way up. See, same thing.
Yeah, I was born in Kentucky, but I live in Michigan now.
Yeah, Michigan. They were in Monroe, Michigan.
Michigan, 15 years. Woo.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, that's cool. I've never been to Michigan. I've always wanted to go.
Oh, it's cold and hot.
That's good. Well, you need that difference for everything.
You do see snow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of snow in California, and I don't reckon you get a lot of snow in Victoria either, do you? No.
No, at all. No snow in Australia. No.
Yeah.
They do.
I know. We've got snow in the mountains, of course, but I don't get out much, so I don't really go a whole lot, but that's good. I'm glad. I remember when I was in Australia, I was down by the beach, And I've only seen a cockatoo, you know, the big white birds with the thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I've only seen those in a pet store or on TV. And I
I
was,
actually have a cockatiel,
do
and
you?
yeah.
Yeah, and I saw the most amazing thing when I was down at the beach, and I looked up in the sky because I heard these birds. There must have been 20 of them up there, and for a split second I thought, oh my God, they just escaped from the pet store. Because my brain couldn't put it in context that, oh, that's right, they're native here. Oh, that was silly. I
Oh, we
felt like
got 2 views.
silly kid.
Mm.
But
We
yeah,
got
your water.
we have 2 viewers.
You do.
Yeah.
Lucky them. This is the best show on tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's because of we're talking about how to deal with it.
Yeah, we all got to deal with it.
Oh, someone else is here.
Hi, hello. I was just listening to you. That's amazing. That how you're helping them too.
Oh,
Molly, you know, you're a Christian, and
Yep.
fair play to you. God will always have time for you, and just you'll always have friends. There's so many people around here. Oh, hold on, put me on the camera here. So many people around that will be willing to be your friend online. And that lady there with the glasses, I don't know her name.
So
But fair play. She's
That's
saying the right things. Do you know what I mean? I've just came back from church now, and just you know, don't feel bad about yourself. Love yourself. And if people put you down, it happens to me every day. I'm a born again Christian, and people mock me every day. They laugh at me, everything. But it doesn't matter. It's water off a sheep's back or whatever. But yeah. Listen, you're a strong girl, and that young lad there beside you, he seems to be a good fellow too.
yeah.
So yeah,
Thanks.
They were
mate,
both struggling.
yeah.
They were both struggling, so they found friendship with each
Yeah.
other.
Listen to that girl there. She's talking sense. I'll just go now because me me dinner is on. But I just saw a bit of that, and I was quite inspired by that. Yeah, suicide's wrong, and you shouldn't do it.
Just
God will have a plan for you in time, Molly. You'll be one of His chosen. To pass the word out and get the word out. So, stay good in the spirit and listen to that girl with the glasses. I can't remember what your name is. Sorry.
Right.
Cheers. You're a bunch of good people. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
You're just as good. Thank you so much.
you.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of people want to help.
I think that's
It's
important.
really good.
Yeah, sorry.
You go first. You go first.
I think it's so important that we never forget these lessons, that even though we live with a lot of people, and even though we sometimes feel really alone, that we really are not. And I think that's so important, that this is such a big thing for me, because I just think that we need to work real hard to make sure that we
don't
love each other, no matter what, no matter what we believe, no matter what we don't believe, any of that, it doesn't matter. Because look, the gods that they talk about in any religion, they make promises to us, and we need to believe those. If we accept their faith, we believe them. And if somebody doesn't believe, then we have to trust that the God of whatever religion will take care of that. We don't need to police other people. We need to make ourselves healthy and happy, so when people, so we can enjoy a nice life, and when people need us, we're there for them. So I'm so grateful for you too. I'm sorry you had to go through pain for us to get here, but very grateful.
Aww.
You guys restored my faith in humans. I
Yeah.
really do.
Mm.
That's good. So, do you both go to school?
No, I'm out of school.
You are. And
I do.
I
I do distance education.
oh, good.
I graduated 2011, so
Okay. All right. What are you gonna go to any more school, or what are your
No,
plans?
I'm not.
No more? Yeah. Not everybody goes. You know, there's plenty of things to
It's
do.
because I have disabilities, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe there's some volunteer work or something. You'll
I
figure it
I
out.
am volunteering at the library, so.
Oh, good, good, good. Oh, that's nice. When books were more popular, I did like books. I used to like to collect cookbooks. You know, those were fun. What grade are you in, Richard?
Year 9.
Oh, you're 9. Okay, so for us out here, that's freshman, right? Or I don't know. Do they call it freshman or
That's
they don't?
freshman. No,
Uh,
freshman. Yeah, freshman's year 9.
For us, yeah, they just call it year 9 for you.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, for me it was freshman. So.
yeah.
Mm.
Do
Yeah.
you have any?
High school for us really starts in year 7. Really.
Oh, wow, that's pretty
No.
interesting.
Um, but I went to a private school which kind of organized themselves and put us into separate buildings where there was one building filled with year 5 to 7. No, year 5. Yes, year 5 to 7. Year 7s were considered um, high schoolers because they were um experiencing what it was like to be in high school. It's sort of like a whole
Yeah,
step-by-step procedure,
Mhm.
unlike public schools, which sort of just go step to another step to another step. And
yeah.
yeah,
Do you miss not or do you miss not going to school?
Me? No.
Well, either of you, but Richard, do you miss us?
um, um, I've got to say the ability to communicate with friends face to face was good, but as I said, in the end, what happened was pretty bad, but I learned from it, and that's important.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't miss it.
You don't miss it.
No, 'cause I like sleeping in.
Everyone
Richard,
enjoys
yeah, what do you want to do after high school, or what will you do after high school?
as a matter of fact, I'm planning on becoming a blacksmith because it's become sort of a lost art.
Yes.
Um, mm, yeah.
Are you
That's very exciting.
are you okay, Circle?
Yes, I'm just emotional because I'm a girl.
I
Well, I
know.
guess
I am
boys are emotion.
too.
Bo boys are emotional as well. Don't let them ever tell you that they're not. And the ones that are screaming the most, "I'm not emotional," are the most emotional. So, and it's okay. It's okay for men to be
Yeah.
emotional, and it's okay for women to be emotional. It's just what we are.
Mm,
Mhm.
yeah.
So,
We're only human.
yeah, yeah. Well, and you know what? Not only are we only human, but we are human. It goes both ways, you know. We can be great, and sometimes we can be flawed, and that's okay.
Yeah, that is okay.
Yeah, because I think we all do a job. You know, we're all a link and a connection, and it's with I can't do anything without other people. I mean, I really kind of depend on them. I feel just such a great connection with other people, and I'm just not as happy. I can see you're right up close. You're
Yeah, I
real
know.
close.
I know. I am.
Funny, I was thinking I was doing that tonight when I was talking with some friends. That must be what I look like. Well, it's a look.
Sometimes I do get up close.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. You know why? Because when there's a lot of people and my screen is small, then I can't see anybody and I end up going like this.
Yeah, I'm sorry about it.
Oh, please don't apologize. It's nothing to apologize for. So, yeah, now we're all up here.
No, just a um
Oh, you
um.
guys.
What do you mind if I uh uh crap
It's you.
Yeah.
Your face was stuck. Your face was stuck there for a long time.
Oh, really?
Richard's was, and yours was moving. That's funny.
Do you mind if I friend you, Sugar? And
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't say that. Yes, please, please, please.
there's a lot of Sugar roads, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of them. There should only be one.
There's like 4 of them.
No way. There
Oh
can't
yeah,
be.
there's
Yeah,
there's friends,
I
there's
looked up.
friends, acquaintances, following, and YouTube subscriptions is what I had. Then I created a few more. For example,
Oh, I see what you're saying. You mean there's more categories for me?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you guys go under friend for sure.
Mm.
Is there a friend category?
yeah, there should be.
There
Okay.
should be.
Yeah, I've only been here at Google Plus for about 7 or 8 days, so I'm not always real versed on how it goes. Still trying to find my way around too.
Holy crap, I'm doing it again.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I only do that because I'm nearsighted. I'm like nearsighted, but not fast. I'm like I'm nearsighted, just not farsighted. So I gotta like lean in.
Mhm. Yeah, my old lady eyes. I can't see without my glasses anymore.
I need glasses. I have glasses, but I don't like them.
I kind of like them. I don't
You
like
look
the way
good
they
in
glare.
glasses.
You know what? I
Oh,
think
you know what I'll do, Sugar? I'll do something on here for you.
okay. Yeah, I like the glasses, and they're not too bad, I have to admit. But I think I need to get some anti-glare stuff because I noticed with the screen.
That's mine. That's mine.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Yeah. Okay. Let me look. I gotta find.
Can't help but
Oh, there
notice,
it
but
is.
we're getting a little
What?
off topic here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, you know what? How about if I let you guys go? Because it's almost 6 o'clock in the morning here, and I haven't been to bed yet.
See ya, Sugar.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Bye. Thank you for
Bye.
You
talking
guys
to
have
us.
a great night. Okay. All right.
You
Don't
too.
forget, I'm here for you.
I know.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
We have still
It's
4
very nice.
viewers. Although
Um,
off topic, we have 4 viewers listening.
Yeah. I'm definitely glad to see those 2 people, Sugar
Yeah.
and yeah.
I was surprised to see
Yeah.
Sugar and that other guy.
Tribe 32 apparently.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least they came in and talked well.
Yeah. I've got to say this is one of the most successful in-depth hangouts I've ever been in so far.
I think so too, and I think my friends will agree with this.
I've probably got to say right now, it's getting late for me too.
Okay, I'll end up podcast.
Okay.
How do you
Bye everyone. Oh, you go
this
first.
is Molly Chan and keep playing those sweet video games. That's my end to the podcast every time.
Yeah.
So
Well, I hope all of our viewers have. I hope you've all learned something today, and
now we have.
it's hard to believe that you didn't. Honestly, I'm actually quite grateful to be part of this conversation too.
Time, dude.
So,
You
yeah.
in another one. So
Hmm.
yeah, see you.
Guess we'll have to end it here then.
Yeah.